We can do it
All
live in
right.
person.
That's right. That's right. All right. Welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk with Angel and Nathaniel, an interview series designed to reconnect with our peers on a personal and professional level. Each episode will feature a special guest from the department. We hope to learn something new about one another in our post-pandemic world. Today's special guest is Carrie Rine. Welcome, Carrie.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Carrie, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Thank you so much for taking time away from your busy day to be with us. The format of our show is that we kind of take turns, some professional, some fun questions. Today I get the luck of the draw and I get to do the fun questions, but we'll start out with, what is your favorite thing about working here?
The coworkers.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Yeah,
And you have
it
no other choice except because we're on here. No.
Right.
So
No,
give us a little more. What about them?
everyone here has been fantastic. From the day that I started, even till today, everyone is still helpful, willing to help, answer questions. It just makes it feel like a very, very great place to work.
That's good. I mean, we definitely try our best company-wide to have a culture where, it makes it an enjoyable place where people want to come to work. I mean, we realize that we all have to work unless, somebody hits the lottery or what have you. But for the most part, everyone has to work. So to be excited about coming to work is something that I know that we all strive to, create that type of environment where, it makes it enjoyable to do what you do.
Yes.
I love that answer too. I have worked in the past with people who I tolerate, right? It's kind of you don't love them. You just, you're nice and you kind of spend your day tolerating them. But I really feel like we've created a culture of a work family. And so I tell people that often that, everybody really does support each other. So I love that answer. That's great.
And it is good to be in a position where, as you said, not only the supportive part, but people want to see other people succeed. And
Right.
that to me goes a long way in helping to, improve or keep that culture maintained, I should say. So before I go into my question, not too many people may know the role that you play here at AAA. So give us a little bit about, what you do, what's your role here at AAA?
So I am an account manager. So what that means is, I answer telephone calls. People want to make changes to their, policies, want to review their policies. We try to give them the best service, make sure they have all their discounts and everything that's available. We get emails, we get suspenses, we get stuff from agents. So, it's busy from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Always something.
And that's that's the thing that I enjoy about the position as well, is that it's always, every day is something new, and we get to put our detective hats on and try to figure out how we can best assist, the calls that we do receive, because, not every call is an insurance related call. We get some roadside service calls. We get some calls regarding the accident medical plan that's serviced by the Hartford or by Chubb, or we get calls from other insurance companies. So, trying to figure out where things are, where things go, and how we can help is definitely something that we try to make entertaining, within the position. So.
And I love that term too, because we use it all the time, but being a detective, nobody knew that they were going to have to put their detective hat on in this role, but it definitely is something that you get very good at, right?
Yes, very.
That's right. That's right.
So let me go into one of the fun questions that I have. What's the worst or best fad that you participated in?
I would have to say the worst would be where you used to roll the jeans to the side and then rolled them up and then you wore two different colored socks. So that was horrible. It's like,
So,
what?
like it.
And the teased hair, that was the same. So
It sure was. It sure was. That's
now, of
funny.
course, I never did it anything with the teased hair. Never had the ability to do that. However, I do recall having the cuff jeans, way back when. So I can say that I took part of that worst fad as well.
And the tighter the better. I don't know how we had any circulation to our ankles.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Definitely
That's a good
so.
one.
Definitely so.
So you always have a smile on your face. I know that I've told you this in the past, but you had some pretty interesting things happen during our training time together, and you did not miss a beat. You got on the calls and you smiled and you were always positive. So this one should be an easy one for you. What do you do to turn things around when you're having a bad day? Because we have them, but you just handle them really well.
All right. So normally I just try to think positive. You know, anything can go wrong, try not to overreact, try to think of a solution. And like you said, smile. I mean, it's contagious. So if something is going bad, I smile and just go on with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely smiles is one of the best ways to improve, your not only improve your day, but it's, as you said, it's very I don't want to say it's addictive. I mean, it is, but you would be surprised on how you can affect someone else's day just by your smile, even though it is over the phone. People can feel that, people can hear it, and they feed off of your energy. So I know it's an easy way to de-escalate any situation is that, the more positive attitude that you have, which you certainly do, you're able to help bring down an escalation or, whatever the circumstance may be. So
I also really feel like you don't sweat the small stuff. That's why you can smile, right? You don't get wrapped up in that stuff. So I love that about you, because you can always count on a smile from Carrie.
That's right. That's right.
As I for 48 years, and I don't think I've ever seen you without a smile.
Oh, that's the best compliment ever.
There you go. So on to mine. So what's one thing most people don't know about you?
I mean, I know the account managers probably do know, but most people don't know that I am a mom of twins. So that's probably something that most, people don't know, but they are 4 years old, getting ready to turn 5. So
That's fantastic. Yeah, we get the opportunity to share with those stories all the time in our account manager chat. So definitely is something that we get a good kick out of as well. So
That's right. And they definitely keep you on your toes and busy, right?
Oh, very.
I love it. Well, so I just kind of shot myself in the foot with this next question. The next question is, what's the best compliment you've ever received? But I just said you've smiling in 48 years is the best compliment. So you're gonna have to come up with a second one. I stole that one from you.
Well, I guess it's not really a compliment, but more of an accomplishment. But winning the Diamond Club last year.
Yes.
That was a good thing for me, being new here, only being here for a year and winning that. So, to me, that's kind of a compliment, that I did get to win that. So
that is
awesome.
Compliment and something that was definitely well earned. I mean, it's something that you worked hard for. So it's not something that was necessarily just given to you just because, but you put in the work, you put in the effort, and the results, spoke for themselves. So something that I'm definitely very proud of you for, being able to accomplish that. 'Cause that's a big thing to do in your first year. So
yeah, thanks.
Of course, of course. So that leads me to mine. So if you could snap your fingers and become an expert in something, what would it be?
Parenting.
I think we all would take that one.
Great answer.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
in what way? What would you, in what way? Would you have a nanny? Would you?
Annie, yes.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
funny.
I know the twins keep you on your toes, so I can imagine that I can see why that would be important to do that.
Yeah, I need to write a book on that,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Amish child raising.
There you
right? Go. So, Nathaniel and I think we're really smart, and we put our detective hats on for this question. It's interesting. Typically, the answer kind of is the personality of the person. So most of the time, we're not really surprised by the answer. So my next question for you is, what is your favorite TV show? The one you're always watching on repeat.
So we don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but it's more or less anything on like the Food Network channel. So, dinners, drive-ins and dives, or the Pioneer Woman, or anything like that. So anything food related, because I love to cook.
So
And
if you ever need someone to test your food, you know my phone number. I'm happy to come over and be a taste tester for you. So I will do that for you.
now, most people don't know, and she kind of mentioned it earlier. Apparently, not apparently, but Carrie lives out in the country, which we tease her all the time in the account manager chat about her being in the Amish country and everything is Amish related. So I can definitely see where, food and cooking is kind of your thing. I mean, that's, you know, we can see you out there churning butter and,
That's right.
milking cows and doing all those other things, not saying that you're Amish, not that there's anything wrong with that, but,
Right.
we can kind of gauge that because, there's not a lot of things to do out there besides,
Right.
farm the land, cut the grass,
Yes.
make your own ice cream, make your own cheese, make your own butter, all those
I
good,
I
all
literally
those good
have a
things.
mental picture of her churning butter now. That's great.
Well, she
Yeah,
does
that's
that on her she does that on her lunch breaks
she does.
sometimes.
She does.
So
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So again, that doesn't surprise me. Kind of like what we said, put those detective hats on. That is totally something that I would not be surprised about. So again, I'm going to extend it once more. If you do need a taste tester, I am happy to drive your way. You don't even have to bring it to me. I can come and pick it up. So
that is right. That is
that's right.
right.
I got
So that leads to my question, which is, what's the biggest misconception that people have about your position?
that it's easy
Can you
because
elaborate on that?
yeah, because they think you get to sit at home and you get to sit behind a desk all day and that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's
So
totally.
so give us a snippet of what it is you have to do. Like you're answering service calls all day and get what does your day look like? Obviously you can't name them all because we'll be here till next Tuesday, but just an idea.
Yeah, so just, when people call in, say we need to reinstate policies. So it's just not like, a 2-minute phone call. Okay, you want to reinstate your policy. You have to call carriers, you have to get statements of no losses, you have to get payments. So, that phone call could end up being, a 30-minute phone call. So it's just not, you pick up the phone, answer it, and hang up. So, some of them are pretty detailed, takes more than, a couple minutes. And then there's a lot of follow up as well. So it's just not, okay, let me reinstate your policy. Goodbye. You're following up the next day to make sure it's been done, contact the customers and making sure, that all the follow up is done.
What's the most challenging call that you have in a quick summary? The most challenging call that you received?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. um,
I like your little snippets of your daily calls. They're kind of funny. Like she had one yesterday, or maybe it was today. I want to take the white car off my policy.
not, I don't know, it's really challenging, but just some of the underwriting stuff that we get, about people, needing pictures of stuff that's been done, that's kind of challenging. Some of the older people, don't have the technology. So, trying to get pictures and, stuff from them, you may have to talk to daughters or neighbors or something to help them out. So, that's a little bit challenging, not necessarily for me, but for them, and to make sure, that their policies don't cancel just for, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like you said, as far as the misconception, where sometimes people think, oh, just answer the phone and you swap out this vehicle. But you're right, there's so many things that we have to, investigate, and we have so many more questions that we have to ask in order to help customers, accomplish what they called in for. We get some customers that call in and all they know is that my insurance is with AAA. But obviously, because we have so many different carriers, it's so hard to be able to determine, what or how we can help them. They don't have or remember what their policy number is. And then after we ask all of the questions and we try to find them out, sometimes we find that they're with another AAA club and not necessarily with us, but we still want to offer that same, uniform customer service for all of our AAA customers, because who knows if they aren't a AAA customer now, they could be a AAA customer later on. So definitely, I can agree with, it's a challenge for them, not necessarily for us, because, we're conditioned to ask the right questions to be able to help resolve any situation that comes in. So.
Yes, your day is probably very interesting and never the same, right? They're not, they're not mundane. They're different and exciting every day. Yes. Okay, so last question. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was like, everybody says, tell everyone that I love my job, and they're like, why? And I was like, because it's something different every day. So it's not
Right.
all.
That's right. It's never going to be boring, right? That's right. Yes. So last question of the day. We always extend an opportunity for you to sing or do dance moves if you choose. You've probably seen that in the past episodes. We've had a couple of folks that did some arm movements. We had a full-on serenade for one of our folks. So with all of that being said, what's one song or artist that you're embarrassed to admit you like?
Probably would be Tim McGraw.
Really? Why?
I just think he's good looking, but he has on. He has to have the cowboy hat on.
Okay,
That's
without the hat,
hilarious.
it's a whole other ballpark. I'm with you. So, what's your favorite song?
Don't Take the Girl.
Okay. Do you want to
Okay.
sing a little for us? Okay, I tried. That's a good one. That is a good one. That's early 90s. That's back when country was country. Country's a little different these days, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So I
John-
wouldn't be embarrassed of that. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's not, too far back where you
Right.
can't say, he's not necessarily current. Obviously,
That's right.
I'm sure he hasn't put out anything recently, but still, that's not one that I would say that I would be embarrassed to admit.
That's right. And if you ever want to sing it to me while you're making me those dinners, I'll be happy to
Oh, for
Eat.
sure.
eat while I'm being serenaded. Thank you.
I was
Yeah.
expecting an Amish artist of some sort that you would admit, but
Oh, shoot. I was thinking like New Kids on the Block or something.
But
That's funny. That's funny. Well,
Well-
thank you. That was a good one.
Definitely so. So again, we want to thank you for taking time out of your day in order to, chat with us on our episode of Coffee Talk. Thank you all again for viewing our episodes. We are just looking forward to the many more to come. So this has been another episode of Coffee Talk with Angel and Nathaniel. Everyday people, everyday conversations. Have a great one.
See you later.